Hey, what's up, guys? Nick here. Just wanted to shoot a quick live video for you. Hope you're having an awesome New Year's Eve. I made a post in my Facebook group, but for those of you that aren't in that group, want to make sure I posted a video for you. Today, I'm having a holiday sale, or I've had a holiday sale since Christmas, but today it's going to end. So if you want to take advantage of that, check out the link in the description or in the comments below. And you can get the course today for $9.99. After January 1st, it's going to be $2K. Okay, so the discount is only $300 because normally my course goes for $1,300, but with that discount link, you'll save $300. But then, of course, the price is going up, so you actually save $1,000. So pretty good deal. I'll just kind of echo what I mentioned in my Facebook group. Guys, I think now is one of the best times to get started in overages. And the reason for that is because all of the tax sales, all of the foreclosures that were postponed in 2020, those are going to have to happen in 2021. It's just going to have to happen because, a lot of county governments depend on those property taxes and those tax sales as a source of revenue. And so they're hurting. And of course, banks aren't just going to let people live in their homes for free forever. And so that is the sad reality. I shared I actually read an article the other day saying that mortgage delinquencies have reached the highest peak that we've ever seen since 2007. So there is a wave forming. I don't know how else to put it other than I do believe the overage business is going to increase dramatically in the coming year and possibly for years after that. I don't know. I can't tell the future. That's just my opinion, but now is a great time to get involved. And that's it. So yeah, take advantage of that discount, guys. And if you have questions, let me know. I'm sure I've tried to answer as many questions as I can on the YouTube channel. I try to put out as much good content for you guys to make an educated decision. And again, I'll post a link below in the comments and the description. And just consider for a moment, consider the question, where are you going to be next year? Where do you want to be next year? When 2022 starts to roll around a year from now, are you going to be in the same place that you are today, or are you going to be somewhere different? And so just take that into consideration. And, if you're wondering if this will work for you, go check out all the playlists about the student testimonials and the results that they have seen. At the end of the day, I can only share my results and the results of my students. But you just have to ask yourself, if all this program did for you was let you do one deal a month and you were able to profit an extra $5,000, would it be worth the investment? And you have to answer that for yourself. So that's all I've got for you guys. Short, quick video. And that's it. So good question. If we buy now, can we write it off for next year or no? Great question. I'm not a tax advisor, but if you need a tax write-off for 2020, then I would definitely take advantage of and buy it now. If you want to write it off in 2021, just click on the link after midnight. Honestly, I don't plan on staying up. I'm probably going to hit the hay around 11 because that's when I usually go to bed. And for me, it's just another day, guys. It's business as usual. So basically what I'm saying is if you want to use it as a tax write-off, the link is probably going to work after midnight. So it's up to you. If you want to do a tax write-off for this year, buy it before midnight. If you want to do a tax write-off for next year, buy it after midnight. So hopefully that helps. Oh, awesome, Kathleen. Well, congrats on your move from Texas to North Carolina. That's cool. Yeah, get involved and start going through it. And then as you go through it, implement what you learn. That's my biggest advice that I can give, is because a lot of people like to go through the whole thing. I don't recommend doing that. Go through a section and then start acting on what you learn. That way you're actually progressing and making steps that are going to get you to those checks and get you those deals as you're going through the course. And that's one of the best things you can do, and how you can get results as quickly as possible is learn a little section, implement, then go on to the next one, learn the next section, implement. And that way you make progress as you progress through the course. So just that's my tip to you, Kathleen, as soon as you get unpacked. So very cool. All right, guys. I know I posted it. If not, there's a link again in the comment section. So that should work as well for you guys. So Credit Master. Oh, so you're new to the channel. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here, Credit Master. So you're new to the course, so you don't know what overages or surplus funds are. If that's the case, click on the playlists of my channel and look up the overage profitability formula. Okay, I'm going to type that in the chat for you. The overage profitability formula. I'm looking at my second screen here. Profit, I can't even spell today. Formula. So look at that playlist on my YouTube channel, here on the YouTube channel. That playlist, guys, is basically, there's 6 videos. There might actually be 7, but that's like a mini course on what this business is and what I do and how it can help you, how it can help you financially, how it can help you leave a job that you hate, which was how it helped me. I used to be a prison officer or a prison guard. And this is the business of recovering surplus funds that allowed me to quit my job and go on to create a 6-figure business. So if you have no idea what overages are, that is a great place to start, is go to that playlist on my channel and watch all 6 videos under the overage profitability formula. Okay. That'll explain everything to you. Joshua, there's the partnerships included in the course. So for those of you that, man, this is actually really cool. So I apologize, guys. I forget that, obviously there are new subscribers coming every day. And so a lot of you may not even know who I am or what I do. And you've just heard about overages. So for those of you that don't know, I actually partner with my students on overages. What does that look like? Basically, the student finds the person, they find the deal, right? I step in and I provide the attorney and I pay all the expenses of the attorney. So that way my students, if you don't have money or you're worried about paying for an attorney, well, then you can just partner with me and I'll handle that for you. And we just do a 50-50 split of the net profit. And that's how that works. There are actually some big changes coming to that program where if you do more work, you'll take home more of the net profit. But I haven't announced those changes yet. But for those of you that are already in the course, stay tuned for that, because I'm changing the partnership. We can still do 50-50, but for those that want to go the extra mile, you're going to take home more of the profit. So hopefully that answers your question, Josh. Partnering is included in the course. What does your course offer that Surplus Funds Mastery doesn't? A valid question. So surplus funds mastery, I was actually a part of that course, and then they booted me out, even though I paid for it when I told them I didn't want to be one of their coaches. I'm not salty. So here's the thing, guys. Surplus funds mastery, when I got it, it was geared mostly towards mortgage overages in California. I haven't kept up with their changes, so I don't know exactly what they include. Supposedly, they have state funds and bankruptcy unclaimed funds and tax sale overages and all of this other stuff, which kudos to them. What are the differences? Okay. The differences are Spencer doesn't have any experience actually doing deals. At least I have not seen any proof that he's done deals himself. So difference number one is I don't teach you guys out of something I read, or I don't go find someone that knows about tax sale overages and then teach what they know. I teach from my own personal experience. I actually do deals. So I am involved in the business. I don't just teach this business. And that's a big difference as well. Is I don't have there's no proof that I've seen that Spencer is actually involved in the program or involved in doing deals. So that's another big difference. The other big difference starting tomorrow is I actually have an affiliate program. So for those that are those of you that are students already, you can basically make money referring the course to those that you think may be interested. That's one of the changes that are coming up. Is if you know someone that's interested in overages and you're a student of the course, you'll get a special link. It's called an affiliate link. You can send that over to whoever it is you want to refer, and you get a commission on my course. As far as I know, at the time of this recording, there is no other program that offers its students an affiliate program. So that's another big difference, is you can earn while you learn by referring people into the program. I don't know any other course that does that. Another big difference, surplus funds mastery, as far as I know, they don't partner with their students. I partner with my students. So if you want that help, it's there. Yeah, those are some of the big differences, guys. So hopefully that helps. Terrence, you have a pending situation in Illinois. I don't know what that means, but here's my email. Thanks, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Farhan, what is the average profit? Great question. So it depends on the deal, but I mean, my highest profit has been 30,000. That's net profit. But average profit, my average profit is around 5 to 10K, somewhere in that range. That's my average. I've had some that are more, had some that are less, but average is 5 to 10K. Or another way to look at it is my average commission on a deal is 30%. So if there is, if it's a small overage, $10,000 overage or $10,000 surplus, my net profit is going to be 3,000, 30% of 10,000. Sometimes it's more. I've gone as high as 40%, and sometimes it's less. Every deal is different. So it's whatever you can negotiate. And so we go over that as well. Like I have a script in my course where it shows you exactly what to say to the homeowner. And it's very non-salesy, non-pressure. Because here's one thing, guys, like when you first contact someone, your goal is not to get them to say yes to your services. Let me say that again. And this is a key component. When you first make contact with someone, your goal is not to get them to agree to your services. Your goal is just to provide them more information. That's it. When you contact someone, you just want them to say yes to receiving more information about how you can help them get money. Very key. Okay. Awesome, Rochelle. If you have someone you want to refer, just shoot me an email. And if you're in the course, you'll get an email with more information about the affiliate program. I wasn't going to talk about the affiliate program until after the new year, but you guys got it out of me. So I guess that's the cool thing about lives, which, wow, now we're at 16 minutes and this was going to be a 4-minute video. So, oh well, it's all good. Oh, I love that. Mr. Barry, I'm learning the program and wondering if a keep it simple, stupid mindset can coexist with doing Mo's in California with an attorney. Trying to decide on a market and takes action. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing, guys. This business is simple. That does not mean it's easy. It takes work to see results. Remember that most cases take 3 to 4 months to pay out. Okay. So it's not quick money, but the process is simple, guys. Here's the process. Is it okay if I share with you the 5-step process? Is that cool? Number 1, create leads. Number 2, conduct research. Number 3, contact your leads. Number 4, contract your leads. Number 5, profit. That's it. Now, with each one of those steps, there are different steps, right? But you just have to keep it simple. Get your leads, skip trace them, meaning find their contact info, contact them, send out the paperwork, submit the paperwork, get paid. Simple business. Repeat that process. Now, within each one of those steps, there are different problems and obstacles you have to overcome, but that's what the course is for, to teach you how to do each one of those steps in the correct manner. But to go back to your comment, Mr. Ray, yes, keep it simple, keep it straightforward, and use an attorney to help you. Like, that's why I preach, use an attorney, because they can help you get the deal done quicker and correctly. And if the deal gets done correctly, then everyone's happy and everyone gets paid at the end of the day. So, and that's something I talk about, and that's actually one of the tough parts about this business. And if you're involved in this, you'll know finding an attorney can be kind of difficult. At least an attorney that knows what they're doing and has experience. And so we go over that, and I share with you how I find my attorneys. I have an attorney script, so you know what to say to an attorney so you don't sound foolish, and so that they'll want to do business with you. It's kind of, that's a very important component of the business, is finding good attorneys, because an attorney is part of your team and you want a good team, right? One of the big reasons you want to use an attorney is because you want to use most of your time focusing on contacting clients. If you're using a lot of your time to draft paperwork and submit it to courts or counties, you're wasting time. And while you're focusing on paperwork, someone else is out there getting deals signed up. So that's why you use an attorney, is because you let them handle all the paperwork, let them submit the deal so that you can go get more cases. And if you get more cases and you help more people, you make more money at the end of the day, which is what we all want, right? And then if you make more money, you have more time to do what you want, hang out with your family, go out to lunch on a random Wednesday afternoon, like I did yesterday. Yesterday? Yes. With my 2-year-old. And you get to do what you want to do. Hopefully that makes sense. Ms. Weeks, am I able to use that financing company to buy the course? So we have payment plans. Oh, okay. Yes, I will post the link for you. So you actually bring up a good point, Ms. Weeks. Thanks so much. So I don't know, some of you may not be aware of this too, but obviously my course is not the cheapest on the market. I know there are other courses out there that are cheaper. But it is the most affordable. What do I mean by that? Well, if you can't afford the full amount, there are payment plans. You can break them up into 2 or 3 month plans. And if those plans don't work for you, we actually have financing in place so that you can finance the course. And you can get the payments as low as, man, I've seen some that are under $100 a month. So you could get started for as low as $100 a month. Now, with all transparency, guys, I don't like to lead with that. Like I don't push the financing very much, because with interest, it's going to cost you more in the long run, right? But if you need it, it's available, okay? And it's overagesyndicate.com/aid, AID. It's a separate company that does the financing, but they'll finance you so that you can get the course. So I guess that's another key difference between some of the other courses is, we aren't the cheapest, but we are the most affordable because we provide financing for our students. So Donna says, how much is the course? So it's normally $1,300. With the link that I posted in the comments and the description, you can get it for $9.99 today. After tomorrow, it's going up to $2,000. So you basically, if you buy it today, you're getting it for half off, basically. Because yeah, it's going up to $2,000 start of 2021. Let's see, Josh, I live in Florida. So Joshua, Florida is an amazing state for this business because they just have a ton of overages there. I think what you're referencing is that the money sits at the county for a limited time. You are correct. Now, if we're talking, so there's 2 different types, guys. There's mortgage overages and tax overages. I talk about this in a video on my YouTube, but just for clarity, tax overages are created from tax sales. What is a tax sale? A tax sale is when somebody loses their property because they failed to pay their property taxes. Okay? Those are TOs, tax overages. Mortgage overages. When someone quits paying their mortgage to the bank auctions it off and the property sells for more than what's owed to the bank. And that difference is an overage. And it's from a mortgage foreclosure. So it's a MO, mortgage overage. Tax sale overages in Florida, I can't remember. I think they stay at the county for at least a year. And then there's a period of time where, if there's a lien, meaning another debt on the property, like let's say somebody loses a property and they had a mortgage on it, or an HOA lien, they didn't pay their HOA dues, so they owe the HOA. Any of those lien holders have 120 days to file a claim. And if they don't, then they're out of luck, and the only person that can file after that is the homeowner. So here's what's interesting too, guys, is, and this is why it's important to learn from someone that's actually doing the business, is because what you'll find when you get involved is there's what the law says and what's supposed to happen, and then there's what actually happens. And what you'll find is a lot of these counties, they don't even abide by the rules. You know, for a lot of counties, the money's supposed to sit there for a certain amount of time, and then it's supposed to be sent, or it's supposed to go to the government. And sometimes counties don't abide by those rules. I'll give you an example. In the state of Ohio, the money's supposed to sit after either a tax or a foreclosure. If there's a surplus, the money's supposed to sit in the court for 90 days. And then the court is supposed to send it to the county treasurer, where it's supposed to sit for 3 years, and then it's supposed to go to the state. What I have found is there's money sitting in the courts for 1, 2, 3 years when it's only supposed to be there 90 days. So it's really important to learn from someone that's doing the business, because then they can give you these little key tips. Because a lot of people will read something and then they'll say, oh, I can't work that state, or I can only work certain types of cases, which the reality is that's not true. Remember this. Here's a nugget for you guys. Regardless of what the timeline says, regardless of what, is supposed to happen, if the money's still there and available, you can go after it. And that's really, that's a key, that's a little freebie for you guys. Good question, Donna. You don't need an attorney. I recommend one because, again, for the reasons I already stated, they help save me time, which ultimately helps me save money and helps me focus on what's actually going to make me more money. So attorneys are an asset. They're an investment. They're not an expense. However, with that being said, there are places you don't always have to use an attorney. In certain states, for tax sale overages, I don't use an attorney because I don't need to. It really just depends on the situation and where the money's being held. So, California law for foreclosure for mortgage overages. I'm guessing you're referring to the mortgage consultant statute. So that's just, is it really difficult? I don't know what you mean by is it really difficult. Here's the thing. If you're doing mortgage overages in California, you absolutely need to use an attorney. Bottom line, do not try to do mortgage overages in California without an attorney. Just don't do it, guys. Tax sale overages, don't need an attorney in California. Okay. So I'll just let you guys know about this. Another change that I'm implementing in the course is I'm involved in deals in about 12 different states right now. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys the exact forms that I've drafted for each state. So most courses, all the other courses will give you the forms you need. I apologize, guys. There's construction going on if you hear that. But all of the courses will give you the paperwork you need to be successful. But what I'm doing for 2021 is, in addition to the generic forms, I'm actually going to be giving you state-specific forms that I personally use and that I personally had drafted for those states for my own business. You're going to get access to those. So, and all of these reasons are why the price is going up, because the affiliate program, the changes to the partner program, the additional forms that I'm going to be providing you guys, those weren't available, but now they are going to be available. in addition to all of the other updates that have been happening since the course launched in October of 2019. And that's another thing is my course is not just a set it and forget it. I'm constantly updating that thing, constantly adding new material to help you guys be successful. So that's another big difference is a lot of the other courses, they don't update their stuff, which is unfortunate. But if they're not actually doing the business, how could they update it? You know? So I get it. I understand. Ooh, good stuff. So someone, I'm probably going to butcher your name, Bavesh. That's another great option, guys. If you need financing for the course, PayPal is a good option. PayPal credit. I think it's, what is it, 0%? Yeah, 0% interest for 6 months. So good stuff. Awesome. Thank you for bringing that up. That's better. That's actually, guys, that's better than the financing company that you could go through with me because they're going to charge you interest. So use PayPal credit, you know, awesome. Awesome tool. No, Donna. So in my course, I teach both tax and mortgage overages. I include them both in my course. So there's no separate price. I just include it both because that way you're not limited in the types of deals you can do. So some courses out there will only teach tax overages. Others will only teach mortgage overages. I like to teach both because that just gives you more opportunity to do more deals in more states. And so I just like to include that so that you have more opportunity. Oh, good question, Candace. How do you avoid working the same cases as others doing surplus deals? So I teach this to you guys. So module 2. How do you find leads? Okay. I go into this. There are lists that you can get that are public record. But one thing I teach my students is how you can create your own lists of leads. And this is the answer to your question, Candace. How do I work areas that other people aren't working in? I create my own lists of leads. Meaning I'm not getting my data from other sources. Like, for example, if you guys go to Google and you type Georgia excess funds list in the search bar, you will see a list of overages, of money that you can help recover for people. But here's the caveat. Because that list is so easy to get, how many people do you think are working that list? A lot. Here, I'll just say the list. Gwinnett County, Georgia. I don't work that list. Why? Because everyone else is working that list. I make my own lists. And what I found is because I've learned to do that, and so I teach my students that, I get a leg up on my competition. And I've actually discovered places that very, very few people are also working. Like it's really nice when you call somebody and you're the first one to contact them. Now, is that in every market? No. But that's one way that I've found is if I learn how to source my own leads, then I can beat out the competition. And I teach you guys how to do that in the course. Great question. No, you do. Great question. Do you need to be an investigator to do toes and mows in California? No, you do not. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great, it's good when you can partner with someone because then, someone that's done it, because then you can learn and it's getting done right. So Well, cool. Well, that went much longer than I anticipated, but I appreciate your guys' questions. I hope that was helpful, that you learned a few things. Maybe I should do that more often. It was kind of fun going on a whim there. How many people are here? I don't really do these lives. 26? Cool. That's all. That's cool. Well, awesome, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys checking in. Appreciate you guys, being a part of the channel. If you know someone that's, interested in overages, or, just needing a side hustle or needing to replace a job, and they see real estate or kind of a combination of real estate as the path, please share my videos, like them, subscribe, helps me out, and, help other people. Because at the end of the day, guys, here's one question that I get asked a lot. If this business is so good, why do I share it? And it's a valid question. So let me tell you the answer, if that's okay. I share what I share because the only reason I've had success is because somebody shared their knowledge with me. And had they not done that, then I wouldn't have been able to leave the prison as a corrections officer. I'd still be mopping up the blood from, when an inmate decides to cut his wrists open. Like, I remember those days. They weren't that long ago. And so this is my way of paying it forward, is to share the experiences that I've had and the knowledge that I've gained. And that's why I share. Another reason I share is because as time has gone on and I've become more aware, and I know how much money is out there for these homeowners, it's overwhelming. Like, just me and my company, we could not make a dent in the amount of funds that are just sitting there owed to homeowners. Like, I couldn't do it alone. And so I was like, listen, I might as well share this, because all of this money is just sitting, like, it's criminal. In my opinion, it's criminal. Like, you have state governments, county governments that are sitting on hordes of cash, collecting interest on it. And all they do to find these people is send a letter to the foreclosed house weeks after they've moved. Like, that's BS, in my opinion. The counties and the states do not do enough to find these people. Like, these are people that lost their homes, and you're collecting interest on their money. Like, that's criminal. So that's the other thing, guys, is like, if I can empower you and teach you how to do this business, and you can go help all of these people, like, that's a win-win. And let's be real. Some of you are going to partner with me, and does that help me? Yes. Is there a financial benefit for me to partner with you? Yes. Is that okay? If I make money, you make money, and we help somebody collect money? Win, win, win. I think that's okay. Some people may not think that's okay, but if that's you, then I don't know why you're here. So I'm all about win-win. You can, there's a saying, I can't remember who said it, some self-development guru, but you can get whatever you want in life if you just help others get what they want. And I believe that. What I've learned is that wealth is generated through service to other people. And so if I can serve you, and you in turn serve others, and you can actually get this money, take it away from the government, and give it back to that person that lost their house, well, that's why I do what I do. That's why I share what I share. And I think there's going to be a big opportunity for that coming up this year, because of what's happening with coronavirus and the pandemic, the unemployment and the shutdowns. It's going to be a mess. unfortunately. And so all we can do is try to, make lemonade out of lemons. Take that mess and try to bring something good out of it, and try to give hope to those people that are going to lose their homes. And, hopefully it gives them some money to start fresh. So that's why we do what we do. Yes. Good question. Someone asked, am I going to be making a webinar funnel for my offer? Yes, I am. It's in the works. I actually have the new presentation built out, because my first presentation, man, it's rough. It's rough. You guys can see it. Go to overagesyndicate.com. You'll see what I'm talking about. It is not a professional presentation, but it helped. It's where I started. So to answer your question, yes, I'll be doing a webinar. This is kind of fun, actually. Maybe I should do some live webinars. I like this interaction deal going on. So maybe I should do an automated webinar and a live webinar every once in a while. It's good stuff. Zig Ziglar. Yes. Thank you. That's who said the quote. You can get whatever you want if you help people get what they want. If you help enough people get what they want. Something along those lines. All right, guys. I'm going to sign out. Thank you all for being here. Wow, 40 minutes. That was fast. That's crazy. This is going to be a 4-minute video, and now it's 40. That's cool. All right, guys. Let me, I'll post the link again here in the comments. Take advantage of that. If you want to get a tax write-off for 2020, use it before midnight. If you want a tax write-off for 2021, use it after midnight. I'm not going to be staying up to make sure that the link gets disabled. I'll disable it sometime tomorrow. But I'm old. No, I'm not old, but when you have a 2-year-old and your wife's pregnant, like, you just look forward to going to bed at like 10 o'clock at night. Whereas before you have kids, it's like, we used to stay up to like midnight, 1 a.m. And then we have that first kid, and it's like, man, let's just go to bed. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year's. We'll see y'all later.